Welcome to the SBIT support overview and demonstration from spmarketplace.com. SBIT support is actually part of the SP Workplace Solutions out-of-the-box applications built on top of SharePoint and Teams, leveraging the Power Platform on Office 365. You can purchase this as an integrated suite of products to create a digital workplace, or you can purchase them individually. In this demonstration, we'll take a look at SBIT. SBIT is a full-featured IT help desk and portal for managing all aspects of IT functions. SBIT includes a full-featured help desk, IT asset and vendor tracking, IT change management, a self-service portal for customers or employees to come into to submit tickets, but also to get information, announcements, news, and other things, task and work tracking, a knowledge base. And because it's built on Office 365 and works in Teams, it allows you to do screen shares as part of the ticket resolution process, dashboard, team collaboration, and you can manage documents. We also have some advanced options that you can purchase, which include software license management function, a very useful MS Teams governance functions, where users, if you are managing MS Teams, you've turned them off, that users can put in a service request or a help desk request for a team. You can approve it and actually have it provisioned. And then new hire and termination onboard, offboard. The product is organized by roles. Okay, and one role is the IT staff, and there's an IT staff portal. This is where the IT staff can actually organize things, get to help desk tickets, manage assets, and so on. It's actually integrated with Teams, so you can actually access it through SharePoint or Teams. It's one and the same because it's deployed on a SharePoint group. Employees can come in and visit IT through the My IT portal, which is an employee portal. And that allows employees to come in and hopefully not submit a ticket, because they can find the answer themselves by finding whatever document there is, something in the knowledge base. But you can also put announcements and news items, as well as post events for things like training, for things like 365 and so on, in the My IT portal. It also allows anybody visiting to see their tickets and the status of them, so that they're not constantly calling you. And SBIT actually integrates with our intranet, where you can actually push up announcements. You can take policies and forms and push them up to the intranet in a self-service area called Doc Central. And they can also search from there for any useful docs, say, in your My IT portal in the useful documents area. So it is part of a digital workplace as well as a standalone IT support capability. So one thing we're going to cover here, and then we'll go right into the demonstration, is just do an overview of the help desk process. Tickets can be submitted three ways. You can submit them to a shared mailbox, so employees could just submit them to support@acmecompany.com. They can submit them through the portal that we just saw, and we'll take a look at in the demonstration. And they can also, if they're coming from the outside, one of the options is to put a web form up on your site, on your outside website, and be able to get tickets that way as well. Then they will all come in to the system, to the help desk system, and it will automatically do an end user notification. It will notify IT staff, and actually, depending on what category the ticket is selected in the ticket, you can actually have specific people in your IT organization notified based on the category. At that point, somebody goes in, reviews the tickets, and can actually assign it, and the assignee will be notified. The assignee can actually start working on the case. They can put in work log entries. They can link to a knowledge base, a cross-reference to the assets list, or even create change requests as well. They can talk to the users either through email or live online screens. They also can access the knowledge base to help them solve the case and even create tasks for other people, such as perhaps ordering a memory upgrade or something like that that might be done by, say, the administrator in the IT staff. Once they're completed, they fill out the work log, they resolve and close it. The end user will get a notification automatically letting them know it has been completed, and then you can manage the rest of the tickets through Excel, reports, or dashboards, or a number of different views of the ticket list in the system. So let's go in and take a look at a demonstration of IT support. SBIT support can be accessed through SharePoint, through a staff portal where the IT staff works to organize things, track tickets, assets, number of different things, and they can do it through SharePoint or through Teams. And here we have our IT team, and both in SharePoint and Teams, there are shared files. To organize documents for the IT group, you access the staff portal, very much the same as in SharePoint. And we'll take a look in more depth later, but also help desk cases and even track tasks and projects with Planner. So this gives your staff ultimate flexibility, either going in through Microsoft Teams or through the SharePoint interface. It's one and the same because it is installed in the SharePoint group site behind Teams. So let's go in and actually take a look at a ticket process. First of all, we'll experience it from the end user's point of view. They can come in through their Office 365. They could link to it from your intranet site or our intranet site. And when they choose IT, it'll actually take them to the My IT portal. This is the service portal for the IT department. And this is really not just supposed to be just submit a case type of portal. It's actually self-service, so hopefully they don't have to submit a case or ask you questions. So first of all, it's a communication vehicle. So here you can put in announcements. You can actually have news items in here as well. You can also show them events like Office 365 brown bag lunch that they offer every other week. You can even hover over contacts from the IT department and have a conversation or allow contact there. Additionally, they can find anything that they need in the Useful Documents library. This is kind of a public docs library. A knowledge base to answer their questions, or they can finally, if they need to, submit an IT case. So let's go ahead and do that. Our cases form comes up here. I'm just going to go in and maybe put in a complaint. My laptop is slow. It automatically recognizes me. The case category I can pick here, and you basically set up whatever categories and cascading subcategories here, and I'll just say my laptop's slow when I have 21 apps open at once. I can also do an attachment here just by clicking here and uploading an image or form or whatever it might be. I hit save, and that's all there is to submitting a ticket. And if I want to see the status of the ticket, I can look right down here and it'll show me the status at any time, so I don't have to go bothering the IT help desk folks on what's the status. Also, it will send me an email, so I can go in and here it is. Thank you for submitting this request. We'll begin as soon as possible. So notifications actually happen throughout the process automatically. Additionally, if I was on a tablet or mobile device, it automatically adjusts for those devices. So I can do the same thing there. So now let me take my end user hat off and put on my help desk staff hat. When the help desk staff comes into the IT support portal, it directs them directly to the staff portal. This is the confidential portal that the IT staff works in. They actually track help desk cases. They can also manage and track computer assets, change requests. There's a knowledge base and a dashboard. They also see their own announcements. This actually works both in SharePoint, which we're in now, or you can access it through Teams. And I can see any kind of staff shared calendar events like meetings. Here's cases that came in as well too. Now over on the left-hand side is the menu. This is where you can access most of the features of the IT staff portal. So I can see cases, my cases, any of those type of things, and working with the help desk. It also tracks more than just cases. It can track computer assets and cross-reference those with cases, change requests. There's a knowledge base for use by the staff. IT contacts could be vendors, could be, actually we have vendors down here, could be consultants. There's actually vendor tracking and some other things as well, such as MS Teams governance, software license management, and even the ability to manage projects and tasks in here. These are all optional components. And then finally, it is a collaborative portal also. So I have a My Workspace, a shared calendar, documents, links, and task tracking related to myself and my peers on the IT staff. So let's go in and look and see what a case cycle looks like. We just got that case put in by David Demo, and we actually got an email letting us know that a new case has come in. So here's a case submitted laptop, and it's letting me know. And you can actually have it notify people based on category too. So I can either link to it right from that email, or I could come in here and say, show me all unassigned cases. Okay, if I look at this, here is the one that was just submitted. Laptop is slow. Now I can actually go in and edit this in grid view and assign it to somebody, change the case status, and even copy that to several others. That's what's called bulk editing of cases. But in this case, we're going to go ahead and open the case. When I open the case, I see the information that David put in, and then I can actually go in and do some work on it from the IT help desk perspective. So the first thing I'm going to do is assign the case. I'll assign it to Tom, and I can also put a case type in. This is for reporting purposes. I could even put a due date on it. I can also relate it to an asset. Okay, Dell Demo Laptop. The source was, it actually came from the web, our portal, but it could, as I said, have come in from an email or come in from a web form as well. There is a work log. This captures any type of activity that's going on in the ticket. I'll just go in and tell Tom to check RAM may need to be updated. Okay, and I'll just hit save. We'll cover some of these other things in just a moment. So Tom will receive an email, looks like this, that has background information on the case with a link directly to the case. Or if he's actually working on cases at the time, he'll see it pop up here and he can go ahead and open it. Once he is opening it, he can see the information about the case, some of the details and status information. He can actually go and take a look at the asset if he wants to. He also can take a look at any other instructions or those type of things that may have come from the person dispatching the case or assigning the case to them. The first thing he may want to do, though, is take a look at this laptop and see what level of memory does it have in it. This is where he can actually go in and, from the cases, be able to take a look at and cross-reference this asset. Okay, so we see it's a demo laptop. In this case, it's from Dell. We can take a look at a description, the history, how old it is, when it was purchased, is it still under warranty, any related cases. This is a history of cases against this asset. Very useful. I could actually go look at any of the cases right from here. Any documents related to the asset. This could be a warranty. This could be a manual as well. And you can even see who's been assigned any of the maintenance work on this. So Tom, in a very quick way, can find out what is going on with this asset. So he goes back, once he does that from the cases or from the assets list, looks at the case, and now he's ready to actually edit the case. And the one thing he has to do here is he wants to be able to go in and upgrade the memory. So the first thing, though, he's going to do is he needs to talk to the user. Now, this is where it's really cool that it's all in Office 365. If I want to talk to David, I could actually chat with him just by clicking here, and it'll bring him up with his Office 365 profile, and I can chat with him. Or if you want to do it through email, he may not be sitting there waiting for you to call him. You can actually do this through user correspondence. And I can actually come in here. I can say send a new user correspondence. And I could say we need to upgrade memory. When would be a good time for me to do that? And all he has to do is hit save. The user then receives the email, and all they have to do is respond back. And it comes back into the ticket. for the agent to see. So at this point, let's say Tom installed the RAM. He can go in and close the ticket at any time. So he can put in installed the RAM, performance is much better. He closed the ticket, it automatically will put a close date and time in it, and it will actually send an email out to the end user upon completion. So that is basically what it's like to work in a ticket cycle. Now, one thing we didn't show you is also from the ticket, you can actually create a change request. Let's say you had to actually buy a new laptop or upgrade something. You can actually create a change request that gets approved. And of course, you saw us cross-reference with assets in this as well. And you can also attach forms or do any attachments to the tickets as well with documents. So that's what a ticket cycle looks like. Now, managing tickets is easy to do. We actually have already built out many different what's called list views. That's what in SharePoint is actually kind of your reports, but they're dynamic and you can do anything you want with them. So for instance, I could go in and say, look, I'm only interested in the tickets related to David Demo. I could dynamically filter and say, just show me the ones with David Demo had submitted there. I can also go in and even group by things. So I can say, look, I want to group by ones that are of a certain case category. And then you can actually save the view. And so we also have many different views here saved, cases by category, here cases by month. And again, you can still go in and sort and filter the different cases. So managing all of your cases is very easy with the SharePoint interface, and you can actually go in and search anything too. Let's say I wanted to find all cases related to cell phones. There they are, and I can open them up right here or actually show them down here. And we even have a workflow engine. We use Power Automate. That's part of your Office 365. So if I wanted to set up a reminder or something like that based on due date, so very flexible. You can add fields anytime you want. You can change the forms as well. Now, managing a help desk and cases is just one part of the IT support product. We also, as we saw earlier, can manage assets. We can set up announcements and news and change that. If we take a look at assets, it's a great thing to actually manage and see which assets are being used, which ones are causing you the most problems. Because again, with any asset here, we can go in, take a look at the asset, we can sort them, filter them, do any type of different view. So here's assets that are coming up for warranty renewal. I don't know if I even have any in there for that, but this actually shows on a calendar. You can also go in and look at assets by category, by asset status, those type of things as well. And of course, these all expand and you can do different counts. One of the things I forgot to mention on the work orders is you can also put in how much time was spent on the work order, and you can actually start to look at how much time has actually been taken up by certain assets as well. So you can start to see which assets really need to be replaced at what time too. Now, one other thing too, in IT resources, we also handle change requests. Change requests are for things that are like replacing hardware or upgrading servers, those type of things that require approval as well. We also manage vendors, so vendors of the assets, and we cross-reference those as well. And then we have some add-ons as well too for managing MS Teams governance and people requesting them, software license management and reminders for subscription renewals, and you can even link it in with our Project Hub product as well to manage IT projects. Finally, well, I've only shown you just some of what you can do with it. There's also a Power BI dashboard already created for you, which can break down ticket activity, the help desk activity by staff, by month, by top 10 requesters, by type of request going on as well. And it is dynamic. So if I wanted to drill into this month, maybe January here, I can do that and everything changes with it. We can even drill in at the ticket level. So for instance, if I wanted to see all those tickets that were assigned to Jim Russo, I could do that and see those on here as well too. So very useful for seeing an overview of what's happening in the IT support act. We appreciate you taking the time to look at SBIT support. Go to spmarketplace.com and select SBIT support off of the products menu. There you'll find features detail, screen tours, and you can request a live demo for you and your team. Check it out at spmarketplace.com.